Welcome back, cosmic explorers, to Astral Legends. I am Dralof, your guide through the hidden archives of star lore, ancient memory, and cosmic history. In this episode, we journey into the story of the Pleiadians, a family of advanced extraterrestrial civilizations associated with a star cluster known on Earth as the Pleiades, or the Seven Sisters.
Legends.
The cold had settled over Virginia like a warning. On an ordinary stretch of road outside Alexandria, two police officers stood beside their patrol car, staring at something neither of them could explain. A silent craft rested nearby.
Control, we have a visual. Requesting immediate backup.
Then a man stepped forward. He looked human, calm, tall, composed.
Put your hands up where I can see them! Don't step any further. You keep forgetting that part. My name is Valiant. I am here to speak with your country's leader. Pat him down.
The officers found the man unsettling. His suit had no pockets, no seams, and nothing about it resembled anything made on Earth. Even the texture looked unfamiliar, almost alien. The officers placed Valiant in the back of their squad car and drove him toward Washington, where he would be brought before the nation's leaders. Valiant Thor stood before the president and the assembled leaders with the calmness of a man who had crossed a vast distance for one reason alone: to deliver a warning. He explained that he came from the planet Venus, but his birthplace and home system was called Pleiades, though the civilization he represented existed beyond the limited understanding of Earth's instruments. He had arrived as an emissary, sent by a higher council that had been watching Earth's development and negative factions with growing concern. His message was direct. Earth had entered a dangerous hour. Human governments were beginning to encounter various beings from beyond their world, but those forces were divided in purpose. Some came as peaceful observers like himself, respecting mankind's free will and hoping to guide Earth toward wisdom, unity, and responsible contact. Others carry a darker agenda. Thor warned that the negative extraterrestrial factions preferred secrecy over open arrival. They would approach government leaders like themselves quietly, offering advanced technology, weapons, and hidden knowledge in exchange for influence. Their goal was to divide humanity, control leadership, increase fear, and use mankind's own systems as tools of domination. They would encourage war. They would feed suspicion between nations. They would tempt leaders with power before wisdom. Thor urged the president and the conference leaders to judge every visitor by the fruit of their actions and not by what they just said. Beings who brought healing, peace, truth, and freedom could be trusted. Beings who brought weapons, fear, deception, and control had to be resisted. He made it clear that he had arrived neither to conquer nor command. He came to remind Earth's leaders that mankind had to choose its own future wisely. After speaking, Thor remained in the chamber and answered their questions. He showed them what he knew through maps, star charts, and holographic projections, revealing how Earth had become a point of interest to forces far older than human civilization. Then he gave his final counsel: refuse secret bargains made from fear, protect the people from hidden manipulation, and prepare humanity for the truth carefully, with courage instead of panic. When the meeting ended, Thor became more than a visitor. He stayed as an advisor, quietly meeting with officials, scientists, and military leaders. He studied Earth's governments from within, offered warnings where he could, and continued urging the president to choose transparency, peace, and moral strength over hidden alliances. In the end, the Pleiadian man Thor left the leaders with a choice. Earth could become a fortress ruled by negative beings if they give in to power, greed, and fear. These people are said to have originally come from another star system after fleeing a great war, eventually settling around the stars of Taygeta and Alcyone.
The coordinates match the database entry.
Base camp, we have visual contact.
Confirming ship signature now.
Although they all share a common ancestry, each group developed its own culture, traditions, and role within their society. Some became explorers, some artists, some leaders, and others protectors. Throughout the stories, many of them are connected to Earth's ancient legends, where they are described as visitors, teachers, or mysterious star people who look very close to human physically. Their mission was to terraform the first 3 planets of 10, as the others were unfit for life. The system's desolation kept it hidden from the reptilian Chiakar Empire, making it an unattractive target. Advancing rapidly in interdimensional travel, they ascended to the 5th density for protection, starting anew, free from centralized control. The Pleiadians are often depicted as tall, elegant beings, standing between 7 to 9 feet tall. They typically have fair, pale complexions, though some exhibit green or blue skin tones. Their hair commonly ranges from long, straight blonde to silver white, and their facial features bear resemblance to both Nordic people and Asiatic indigenous Earth natives. Legend has it that they traverse galaxies aboard ships of light, embodying a mysterious and advanced civilization. Many in the past and present consider them as ambassadors of enlightenment, attuned to the universe's symphony. They have relationships and many intermarriages with other races from other planets. Throughout history, they've been intertwined with human consciousness, mentioned in ancient stories, and revered as guides of spiritual growth. Many have communicated with them through mystical channels, receiving teachings beyond mortal understanding. Their technology is said to be incredibly advanced, over 1,000 years ahead, hints at a comprehension of existence beyond our grasp. Legends tell of their influence on human history, subtly shaping events alongside earthly civilizations.
Beloved traveler of the stars, we greet you in the light of infinite creation.
The Ahel are often described as peaceful, creative, and deeply spiritual. Their homeworld, Erra, is portrayed as a beautiful planet filled with forests, mountains, oceans, and diverse climates. They value music, art, science, education, and personal growth above competition or wealth. Instead of measuring success by who is strongest, they believe every individual has unique gifts that should be developed. The Ahel are also said to preserve much of their civilization's history and knowledge, making Erra a center of learning. In these traditions, they are among the groups most commonly associated with ancient encounters on Earth. Stories claim they quietly inspired human civilizations while encouraging humanity to develop peacefully rather than through conquest. The Pleiadians are close relatives of the Ahel, but developed more varied cultures. While the Ahel are known for art and philosophy, the Tal are viewed as disciplined, practical, and organized. They often take on leadership, engineering, and defense roles. Their homeworld, Timar, serves as an administrative center where planning, technology, and coordination are emphasized. Many accounts describe the Tal as working behind the scenes rather than seeking recognition. Their calm and reserved nature sometimes makes them appear distant, but they are portrayed as deeply committed to protecting their people. Some stories suggest they have interacted with Earth mainly through observation rather than direct involvement. Next are the Nor, who are explorers. Among all the Pleiadian peoples, they are said to have traveled the most, establishing colonies throughout many different star systems. Some legends even connect them with stories of tall, fair-haired visitors remembered in different cultures, such as Nordic stories. Their willingness to explore also exposed them to new environments, causing them to evolve somewhat differently from their relatives. The Dakurhu represent the most spiritually evolved branch in these stories. Unlike the other physical groups of Pleiadians, they are often described as beings whose physical forms have become increasingly luminous or energetic over countless generations. Rather than focusing on politics or exploration, they are portrayed as teachers, peacekeepers, and guides. In many accounts, they rarely interfere directly, instead encouraging civilizations, including Earth, to develop through free choice and personal understanding. Because of this, later traditions sometimes refer to them as beings of light. The Tal Shiar are described as a faction that separated from the main Pleiadian society after disagreements over leadership and political direction.
We have received your transmission.
Over time, they formed alliances different from the rest of their people and became involved in conflicts throughout the galaxy. Rather than representing all Pleiadians, they serve in these stories as an example that every civilization has different viewpoints and individuals who make different choices. Although they are often grouped together under one name, the stories describe the Pleiadians as a surprisingly diverse group of extraterrestrials. Some are artists, some are scientists, some become explorers, some become diplomats, others serve as protectors or spiritual teachers. According to these traditions, not all Pleiadians remained among the stars. Some stories claim that a small number continue to live quietly on Earth, blending into human society. They are said to look almost identical to ordinary people, making them impossible to recognize by appearance alone. Rather than revealing who they are believed to live normal lives as teachers, artists, scientists, healers, engineers, business owners, parents, or neighbors, choosing to experience life alongside humanity. In these accounts, they are not described as rulers or celebrities seeking attention, but as individuals who quietly encourage kindness, creativity, and cooperation through everyday actions. In the pursuit of enlightenment, many of the various races of Pleiadians are seen as symbols of hope, urging individuals to rise above the mundane and embrace cosmic consciousness. In the Pleiadian havens known as the Seven Sisters, each planet governs itself. Ahel and Ta'ali planets have royal councils, while the Nukhri operate through an assembly. They name their cluster Manahai, symbolizing their ambition to start afresh, reminiscent of their original world Mana from Liran. Technologically, they're millennia ahead, accessing antimatter dimensions, or what they term the anti-verse. One faction settled around Alcyone, separate from those in Taygeta due to disputes over planetary choices. Ta'ali dissenters favored Erra over Timur, designated for Ahel, leading to their relocation. Exposed to dominant galactic forces, they formed alliances with the Orion and Altair groups out of necessity. But not all Pleiadians are benevolent. The Tal Shiar aimed for dominion in Talihara, but faced resistance from Orion and Kiakaha empires, tarnishing their reputation. Ahel, in the Taygeta system, stands as a beacon of peace and knowledge. Housing civilization's archives, it supports diverse life across 5 climatic zones. Despite the distance, travel from Ahel to Earth takes 14,000 hours, or just 4 hours with warp speed. Predominantly, Ahel played a crucial role in humanity's genetic history, aiding Anunnaki in early Earth experiments. Erra is a warm and temperate planet sustaining a wide variety of life forms and biozones. The planets are mainly silicate. They imported many vegetal and animal species from their homeworld Maya, recreating a natural biohabitat with 5 climates: tropical, tepid, temperate, glacial, and polar. They have seasons, rain and snow, luxuriant forests, deep valleys, stunning coastlines, and numerous high mountain ranges. It is a magnificent world. Turquoise blue skies can be seen from space, with 7 moons laying across the horizons. This world is populated by the Ahel colony, a pale-skinned, grey-skinned and fair-skinned, blue-eyed, blonde, white or dark brown-haired race from Maya, indistinguishable from Nordic earthlings. They are a spiritual race, cultivating arts, serving attainment, inner peace and spiritual ascension, such as ethereal music, dance, visuals and lovemaking. Something very particular to the Ahel, because of its natural photosensitivity, adapted by their planet Ashaara, as well as genetic heritage, is their skin being exceptionally sensitive to sensual touch. The Pleiadians distinguish, in the act of love, reproductive function from transfiguration of consciousness. Many of their advanced floating sky cities are in the skies of Ashaara, shimmering like glowing crystal white cities with large landmasses of green nature, flying birds, and extravagant architecture reminiscent of futuristic Greek cities. There is a part in their brain that activates puberty, and they can switch it on at will to stimulate the epidermis receptor cells. The universe is larger than we have been taught. Earth may be older and stranger than we realize, and humanity may not be alone. Until next time, may the Eternal with a few questions. What if the stories you call mythology were never just stories? What if the gods, angels, watchers, star beings, and ancient visitors were different names for forces humanity once remembered clearly? Because the more you look into the past, the more one truth becomes impossible to ignore. The universe is larger than you have been taught. Earth is older and stranger than you realize, and humanity is not alone. Let us know what you think about the various groups of Pleiades. Thank you for watching Astral Legends. We hope you'll join us next time as we journey deeper into the mysteries ahead. May the eternal light forever guide your path.